Hey guys, and welcome back to Brexit Britain, a country that went on a 100-meter bungee jump, but unfortunately the bungee was 120 meters. And also, welcome back to By Any Means Necessary. Thank you for all the messages you sent me, yeah, and a special thanks here to everyone who signed up to my channel. I feel so blessed with so much people that have signed up. So thank you so much for that. Yeah, I'll go through all the messages. I'll answer as many as I can, but I will like all the messages for definite. Even the ones who disagree with me, especially the ones who disagree with me, because I can always give them comedy answers if they, especially if they send me a message and they disagree, I can give them a comedy answer. So anyway, we're here to speak about the situation over Ireland because I believe that Britain has now accepted the European proposal, right? So they can cut down on paperwork and cut down on a lot of the bureaucracy that goes on around the whole um, goods moving across um, GB to NI and NI to GB, right? But really gets me thinking about the whole thing when you have a proper overlook over the whole thing, right? Now, I'm not sure, yeah, whether or not the government themselves, yeah, have been because on a normal basis, right? What I mean is, have they been outfoxed? Because on a normal basis, right, we see everything coming, and they still do it anyway, right? So, whatever the situation is, right, we know that they're going to do it, right? And we're like, that's what you're doing, right? But they do it anyway, right? So now, over Ireland, right? Now, here's the thing: these guys are not happy, right? People like your Nigel Farages and your Sammy Wilsons, right? These people, they're not happy. I mean, these guys, right? For some reason, I don't know why this is, right? But for some reason, these guys, yeah, will not be happy until Britain is cremated, right? This, I don't know why, but this is how they seem to be working. They want to, it's like they want to completely cremate this country, right? So you see, the whole island thing, right? It's what it seemed the protocol seems to be working for Ireland, right? Now, obviously, Britain is not going to be too happy with us looking over there saying, "Well, hold on a minute." Actually, we are looking over there and saying, "Hold on, how come they haven't got any fucking petrol queues? Right? How come there's food all over their shelves? They haven't got a problem with drivers, right? How does that work?" Right, so this is what they're worried. I think this is what they're worried about. They're worried about us looking over and seeing that Ireland is working under the protocol and all that, right? And and Britain and England is not working at all. England's working really badly, right? But they're looking over. We're looking over and we're seeing that in Ireland. And I don't think I just have this feeling, yeah, that the British government, well, especially Boris Johnson, and well, not so much Boris Johnson because Boris Johnson, yeah, is not actually a Brexiter, right? I mean, he's not actually a Brexiter. He's just jumped on this. He's just jumped on this for the populism. Do you know what I mean? Boris Johnson is the type of person who will, he will see a crowd of people chanting one way, and he'll just go right to the front and start chanting whatever they're chanting. That's who Boris Johnson is, right? He'll just join right in at the front and say, yeah, 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 I was behind us all the way, right? So but the real Brexiters, right? They they don't want they don't want Ireland to succeed, just like they don't want Britain to succeed for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why this is. I have no clue what is going on in these people's minds. I have no clue. Do you know what I mean? Right? Because they can clearly see that Britain is failing really fast. Right? We've had so many businesses, just go under over this last how long we've been out now? Well, this is month 10, right? So we've had so many businesses just go under. We've had so many businesses leave this country, right? We've got people pulling out knives on people in petrol stations, right? And these guys are still like, yeah, all of this is worth it, right? And you think to yourself, how, has there been one benefit so far? One benefit, and just anything, Just anything. Has there been one? Just anything? No. But anyway, I'm trying to speak about Ireland here, right? So these guys with Ireland, yeah, they're actually using Ireland as a weapon against the EU. But they're saying to you, actually, the EU's using Ireland as a weapon against us. Well, the Irish voted to remain in the EU, right? And things seem to be working for them. Things are not working for Britain, which is what these guys wanted, right? But they also wanted things not to be working for Ireland. Just like Sammy Wilson as well. I was watching. I see Sammy Wilson and Nigel Farage, right, talking in interview, right, and both of these guys, what really gets me, yeah, is the DUP, yeah, was just completely sold out by Boris Johnson, right, and these guys are still blaming the EU, really. They're blaming Johnson, but they're also blaming the EU, right. All the EU have done, yeah, is just try to make the best out of a bad situation, right. This is why they're compromising with all this nonsense, right. But one thing I can guarantee you, right, England, right, can use Ireland in that way, right, but they cannot. One part of the English deal, for part that covers England, they can't break one part of that. Not one part. Oh, they can fuck around with Ireland, right? Because England are prepared to sell the Irish out, right? So they can fuck around with Ireland, right? And what gets me, right, is people like Sammy Wilson. They know this. They know that England will just sell them the fuck out like they did already. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, don't worry. You know what? Join us. We'll give you £1 billion, yeah? And then just sell the motherfuckers out just like that. Sell them down the river, right? Put a border down the Irish Sea, right? And it just amazes me. What was the? I don't even know what these guys was expecting. But they put the border down the Irish Sea, so they've been so Boris Johnson just sold them out just like that. Right? But these guys, they're still, especially Sammy Wilson. Sammy Wilson still actually believes in his mind, yeah, that they still believe that they've got some real power in this whole situation, and what they've got, yeah, is they've got Article 16, right? But if Britain was to invoke Article 16, yeah, then the EU can take sanctions in other places. Right. Britain hasn't got anywhere else it can take any sanctions. Nowhere else. Right? Nowhere else, because it can't do anything over the deal it's got with for England. It can do nothing over that. Right? So the only thing that Britain has got is the threats over Ireland. So Britain, right, are the people who are actually using Ireland as a weapon. Right, and it's just the way how these guys can turn this shit around, it's just unbelievable. These guys can really turn some shit around to say, what, actually there's a word for it. I can't remember what it is now, but there's an actual word for that when you can actually do that, right? You turn it around. What you are, you turn it around on someone else, right, and say, oh no, that's what they are. Right. And these guys are just fantastic at it. They're just absolutely fantastic at it. Do you know what I mean? My earlier video, it's a good that the EU are grown-ups, because it is good that they are grown-ups over the whole thing. And apparently now Finland, it's like they're lining up, right, to be sending us aid. Right? And you know something? I can't wait for the aid to start dropping over here, because we've got I can't remember how much million kids now we've got that are living below the poverty line. But yeah, Food Bank Britain. That's what we are. Do you know what I mean? We've got more food banks in this country than motherfucking McDonald's. Right? Than McDonald's. Right? And we've got these Tory MPs talking a whole heap of nonsense. Right? Now they're trying to victimise, yeah, the unemployed, right, and people on universal credits. Even though most of the people on universal credits are working, right, but they're still trying to victimise all these people. All these people they're trying to victimise. Anyway, guys, this is By Any Means Necessary. I'm James C. John Ribs. It was really nice to speak to you guys. Comments below.